Yeah, so you want to derive the quadratic formula. So given that you have ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and you are to derive the quadratic formula. First of all, you will let this s square stand alone. So if you want s square to be alone, you divide through by a. So in dividing through by a, you get this. So you get as squared all over a, bx over a, and then c also over a. But remember, when you have 0 over any number, it gives you 0. So we don't even have to bother ourselves. So equals 0 is also there. Now, after dividing through a, then you also get something like this. So s squared plus b over a x plus c over a is equal to 0. Yes. So after dividing through by a, now you get to have this. Now after having this here, we will let the items or the items without a or the element without x now move to the other side of the equation. So we will move this c over here over c over a here to the other side of the equation. It is a positive here. Remember, it becomes negative there. So now you will get to have this. Now having this means that s squared plus b over a x is equal to minus c over a. So it means that this c here, this c over a was here. Then we moved it to the other side of the equation, so it becomes negative, and it is also here. It is also here. So here, when you get to this point, what we will do is that you will find half of the coefficient of b over a. So finding half of the coefficient of b over a, you only have to divide through by. So in finding half of the b over a, what you will do is that now you will get to have this b over a, b over a here. So you write 2 here. So you are dividing 2 by 2. Half means you are dividing by 2. So you get this. Then you square it. You take square of it. Then you add it to this side of the equation and also add it to the other side of the equation. So in adding to both sides of the equation, then you come to have this. So you have the s square plus b over ax plus b over as square. When you find half of this one, then you squared it, you add to this side, then you also add to this side of the equation. So it becomes this. This is what you have. So then now with here you realize that when you take the half here and then the x here, yes, then you square it. After you expand the bracket, you're going to have this same thing back. So what we will do is that now you get to have this. Then you now get to have this x plus b over a. You get to have x plus b over a all square. Yes, this one. When you expand this, you're going to get this. Yes, so that is it. And here you expand this, so it means that b square over 2a also square. So b square is b square, and then 2a square over 2a all square will give you 4a square minus c. So you have to do some addition subtraction over here. So since here you take the LCM to be 4a square. So if the LCM is 4a square, and you do it, now you come back to have this. Yes. So when you have this, you also have this. Remember, this is what we have repeated it over here. So what we will do here is that now what we will do here is we will take root of both sides to do away with the square over here. You take square root of both sides. If you want to do away with the square over here, you take square root of both sides. So in taking square root of both sides, now you will come to have this x plus b over 2a all squared. Then you take the square root of it. Then you also come to have what you do at the left hand side, you do the same thing at the right hand side. So you also take square root of this side. Yes. So when you take square root of both sides of the equation, you get to have x plus b over 2a is equal to plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac. All is over 2a. And the reason you have a plus or a minus here is that when you square a negative number, the result will be positive. And when you square a positive number, the result will also be positive. So when you are taking the root of that same number, you don't know whether it is giving you positive or negative. So when we take the root of this, we don't know either we are getting the negative side of the number or the positive side. So we presume that we can either get positive or negative. That's why we have plus or minus over here. Yeah, so with this, what we have to do is to take with here, all we have to do here is that we will make x the subject over here. So in making x the subject, you now go to get, you will now get x is equal to minus b over 2a minus b over 2a plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a. So with our normal addition subtraction, now they are all carrying the same denominator, so we take one. So what we will do is that the final answer will be x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a, and this is our quadratic formula. So thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe and also share this video to others. Please, if there is any suggestion or any comment, make sure you put it in the comment section so that we address that immediately. Thank you.